Hi everyone, my name is Bhavishya. In the previous one, we talked about ARP's theory. Let's move forward with an implementation of how ARP work in GNS3. So here I present a implementation of ARP. So now we'll understand the implementation of ARP via these three cases. The very first is when we have configured PC1 but not PC2. This is why this is when PC1 will try to do the ARP request but will not get any of the ARP response back from PC2 as it is not configured yet. In the second case, as they are configured perfectly, we'll see how ARP works perfectly. Now in the third case, we'll see how ARP entry gets aged out and we have to redo it just to fill the ARP entry back. And in the fourth one, we'll see how ARP works step by step in the form of revision. So yeah, let's start. Let me name it as ARP1 for now. We'll do it via two virtual PCs. This is our PC1 and this is our PC2. Now let me connect it via cable. Ethernet 0 and Ethernet 0. Now let me start all the devices PC1 and PC2. I'll start the console for that. Now let me configure the PC1, just PC1. So let me assign IP as 192.168.10.1/subnet mask 24. It is checking the duplicate address. Now let me see the IP and its MAC address. So PC1, its IP address and MAC address. Now let me see ARP table. It's empty right now. Now let's start our Wireshark. Start capturing. Okay. And I'll try to ping our PC2. Now as you can see here in the Ethernet, the destination address is all F. It is broadcast as it is our ARP request. In the source we can see the MAC address of PC1 as we were able to see here, MAC address of PC1, and he tried thrice ARP request but there was no response, so it throws this particular ICMP message, host not reachable. Now let us configure PC2, but before that let me turn off our Wireshark. PC2, I'll give the IP address 192.168.10.2/24. Let me see the IP address. Yes, this is the IP address of PC2 and its corresponding MAC address. Let me see if there is any ARP. No, there is no ARP right now. Now let's jump into second case where we have configured both PC1 and PC2. Start capturing. Okay. Now when I ping PC2, see what happens. So when we do it without any count tag, it sends 5 times. So as we can see here, first PC1 sends a request, a ARP request, saying who has 192.168.10.2, tell PC1, and as a response, PC2 unicast the MAC address of PC2 to PC1 with an ARP response. After that, as our ARP is resolved right now, PC1 sends ICMP ping request to our PC2. As a response, PC2 sends an ICMP reply to our PC1, and it happens this time because there was no count tag. Now let us see the ARP table. So yes, this is the MAC address and this is IP address of PC2, which will expire in this particular time. Let me redo it. So let me pause the video for this second to get past, and we will see. Now let me check it back. So our ARP table is empty now. Now let me redo it. Here comes the case 3 when it is purged. So let me stop capturing, recapture it. Now when we say ping 192.168.10.2, so this happens, and there is a sub case when the ARP is already there, the ARP table is already there, and when I try to ping it, see, this happens. Now let's summarize this. So very first, our PC1 tries to know the MAC address of PC2 via our ARP request. Send the destination is broadcast, setting it all F, right? And it says who has 192.168.10.2 PC2, tell PC1. Now as in the response, our PC2 unicasted the address to PC1 via our ARP response, saying 192.168.10.2 is at this MAC address. After that, as now our MAC address is resolved, our PC1 sends an ICMP request to our PC2. After that, PC2 replied through our ICMP reply to our PC1, and this is how we get to know via ping that it is connected, the connectivity is there from PC1 to PC2. So this was the concept of ARP. I hoped you learned something out of it and enjoyed it. See you in the next one.